Someone who is spiraling up is Anna-Marie Voorhoueve, and it's wonderful. I'm going to bring Anna-Marie in for a conversation. Anna-Marie is an extraordinary change maker. She is the leader of the Hague Center for Global Governance and an amazing mesh worker. And this is, again, a passion area and a skill expertise. Anna-Marie, you are one of the most brilliant operators in this space that's able to bring ideas, groups, organizations, thoughts, platforms, initiatives together into a greater whole and harmonic that actually can then execute and do it with such grace and beauty. And it's a privilege and a joy to have you here with us. Welcome to the symposium, and I believe we're going to have a little backwards and forwards. What's happening for you, Anna-Marie? Where would you like to start?
Well, thank you. Thank you for those kind words also. I was so touched yesterday, of course, but this morning also. And I was saying here, I was also so hopeful because I am feeling so much more coherence between each other already here, and things that we've been trying to experiment with and work with and explore are so much more coming into our practices and common language. And not only in the Netherlands or in small groups, but here in this global context and community. And that gives me, that gives me hope, but it also fills my heart. And it's filling the heart that is always at the center of what we're doing, because we are always looking at how can we further develop within emergence. And for that, we need innovation and global governance. And that's actually to give trust to people that emergence might be not so clear, but governance and innovation, that's more clear. So, and it's that again and again sensing into our bodies, and that's so lovely to also be working more and more in that kind of space that guides us and that can help us connect to the larger context, also with the work that we've been doing here around the unitive narrative and with Jude, and really connecting to the cosmic realm, the energetic work, the social architecture, and then see how that materializes. But it comes again and again to the heart. So it's in that sense, the love and light that I am feeling here is regenerating myself and is supporting me to go with more courage and compassion and kindness into the world. So thank you for bringing us together like this.
No, it's an exciting time, Anna-Marie. Thank you for summarizing all of those things into that beautiful experience of now. And it's a tremendous opportunity from the deepest part of ourselves, from the most sacred dimensions that we can touch as individuals, to the world situation and everything across that spectrum. And what I love about this community is you have the high philosophical perspectives, and you also have the, let's call it, boots on the ground, things like Purpose Earth and so many other initiatives that are like Ubuntu, what Pato and Antoinette are up to, building orphanages, building homes for widows. I mean, it's right across the spectrum, from the deepest cosmic or spiritual dimension, where some of us like to hang out, all the way through to the let's get something done, boots on the ground,
Yes.
and everywhere in between that, from politics to economics to, I loved what Jonathan said about if we're going to really scale up, we need to get organized locally. And it reminds me, what they say, all politics is local. Well, maybe ultimately all transformation is local. And certainly that's something I'm challenged to do a better job of connecting to my local community while we're a part of this global community, because ultimately all transformation is happening right here. And so I think there is a call for us to impact and to bring it back, bring it home, bring it down to earth, not to lose connection to those high and beautiful spiritual values and experiences and awarenesses, but to bring it and to embody it here now, from here on in, not just every now and again, but to really land it now. And for me, this is the threshold where we feel like we are crossing together in this kind of beautiful moment. We had the harmonic emergence yesterday,
Yeah.
and February 20th, and all of the sort of the cosmic dimensions. But coming in now to 2026 and 2027 again feels like two pivotal years, Anna Marie. So what are you inspired by? What's on your horizon? What do you see for us in our spiraling up? What would be your message to everybody, for us to really, not just 10x this, but to take a quantum leap in our ability to partner up, build networks of impact, and achieve influence on the history, on the direction of world history?
I think that what we're talking about here also, the learning how to co-create on another level and in a different way, and what we're also, of course, doing in One World and in all kinds of other ways, that's the step I feel is now becoming more and more able. And I can see our journey also with the 99 days, with the seasonal programs that we've done in the 99 days, and then the further developing of that. There is kind of like a more capacity for us to do that, and the way we're using AI as well. But there's also, I think, the necessity, because of all the shadows that are coming into the light, there is more longing to do something differently. And I think that really has to do with co-creation. Life is all about co-creation. That's why we're here. Otherwise, if there hadn't been co-creation between my parents, I wouldn't be here. So it's really at the heart of that. And to find the ways to meet people where they are at and then take them on a journey. And some can go very far, and some can have just enough courage perhaps to take one step, or just be honest and inviting that kind of space. I think there is more potential for that. And the doing peace differently that we did in South Africa, in Cape Town in November, was an experiment around that. Can we do that? And it became clear that if we do slow down to speed up later, if we can really come into that connection with the heart, that people are, from that longing, finding more ways to take a little step for them. And the smallest step is just as important as the greatest step. I happen to be brought up in a global context. So for me, the traveling and the the communities, etc., is part of my upbringing. But the people what are doing the things in my village are just as important. It doesn't really matter how it's expressed, as long as it's helping you to find out what your talents are